And what goes better with fall and football than
chili?
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
Hello, welcome back to the Dower Diaries. I'm Jennifer and this is my husband Corey. Today we have a fun video planned. The weather here, I don't know about in your neck of the woods, but the weather here in East Tennessee has changed. It is so much like fall now. The mornings are crisp and the trees are changing colors and it's just so beautiful. And we thought, well, why don't we make one of our favorite fall dishes?
Football fall dishes.
Yes, we can't forget football. This is football season. And what goes better with fall and football than
chili?
than a good homemade pot of chili. Now I know you're probably all thinking, oh, chili, oh come on. But you don't know, we might have some secret ingredients that you have not tried in your chili. Plus, we're gonna make some sweet cornbread, because what goes better with chili than cornbread? And I also have a fun and easy apple and cherry cobbler dessert to make with you. So, are you ready to get cooking?
Let's get cooking.
All right, let's do it. We are so excited to share our chili recipe with you all. It is one of our absolute favorites, and I will leave the recipe down in the description below, along with all the other recipes that we'll be using in this video. Now, we did double the recipe here, and just for reference, this tends to be a little bit on the spicy side, this chili does, so you'll have to adjust the spices as needed to fit your liking. I would say it's probably in the medium, maybe to upper medium spice range. Now, we like to use yellow and red onion for more flavor, as well as green and red bell pepper. Again, up to you and what you like to use, but honestly, the combination really does give the chili a better depth of flavor. Now, you'll notice Corey is cutting with a bread knife, and that's because our favorite chopping knife that you see here went MIA for a bit, but, well, we did find it. Now, you just need to do a rough chop on all these veggies. Now, we are using canned beans in this video, but you certainly can use dried beans, and you'll need to soak them. Just takes a little bit longer to do that way, but you're going to need kidney, pinto, and black beans. And again, if one of those beans are not to your liking, you can totally omit it, but all of these beans together, it just really makes a more flavorful chili. Now, we do like to heat our spices to release all those oils in them, which really enhances their flavor. So we just put them in a small pan to warm up while we're softening our veggies. And the spices we used are chipotle chili powder, ancho chili powder, smoked paprika, cumin, onion powder, and then our special ingredient, dark cocoa powder, black pepper, salt, and cayenne pepper. And again, you can adjust all these as necessary or omit anything that's not to your liking. But honestly, all those spices, they are just so yummy. Now you're gonna notice that my pan is warped. It is so old that it's seen better days, and it's gonna be spinning all over the place on this stovetop, so bear with me. I really do need some new pans, but I was kind of waiting until we got into the new house before I bought some new ones. Once you have those vegetables all good and softened, you'll want to add some minced garlic. And honestly, I love garlic, so the more the better, in my opinion. Next, add your ground beef and brown. Once the meat is browned and all incorporated with those vegetables, you're going to add some brown sugar and your spices. And then give that all a good stir to incorporate. Go ahead and add some tomato paste. Then you'll add some beef broth and Worcestershire sauce, stirring it all in until it's all combined. And I go ahead and simmer this for a few minutes before transferring it over to our crock pot. Now you definitely could do this in a regular pot on the stovetop or in a Dutch oven. We just chose to do it in our crock pot because it's easy, and we like to let our chili really cook and simmer for a few hours, so it's just easier usually in the crock pot. Here's Corey adding all that yummy goodness into the crock pot. And just to let you know, I usually reserve some of that beef broth to add back to the pan so that we can scrape off any of those yummy good bits at the bottom there, which we'll go ahead and incorporate with the rest of our ingredients. Next, you'll add some fire roasted green chilies, and we're kind of alternating the chilies. We also add fire roasted tomatoes with our beans, but we're kind of doing it alternating because the crock pot was getting so full and we were going to end up with a mess everywhere. So we were just kind of trying to mix it as well as we could without spilling it everywhere. Once you've incorporated all those ingredients, you're going to cover and simmer for at least 30 minutes. We like to cook our chili at least 4 hours to really meld all those flavors, and don't forget to stir occasionally. This sweet cornbread recipe is so delicious and one of our absolute favorites. It's really quick and easy to prepare, and honestly, it's one of those cornbread recipes that when it's all said and done, the cornbread really does hold together nicely and doesn't just crumble and fall apart on you. Now, you'll need to preheat your oven to 400 degrees and lightly grease a small baking dish. You're going to need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of yellow cornmeal, 2/3 cup white sugar, 3½ teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 cup milk, 1/3 cup vegetable oil, and 1 large egg. Again, I will leave the recipe down in the description box below. Whisk all your dry ingredients together to incorporate them before adding in your milk, oil, and your egg. You'll then mix all the ingredients until well blended. Pour all that yummy goodness into your lightly greased baking dish and then bake for 20 to 25 minutes or until golden brown. So while our chili is cooking in the crock pot, I'm gonna go ahead and start our apple cherry cobbler. And this is such an easy way to do this. I'm sure most of you have probably already seen this done. It's basically just a dump into one pan and get it into the oven. Simple, super easy. So all I did was buy a can of apple pie filling. I always like to keep these actually in the cupboard because you just never know when someone might pop over and you can whip up a really quick and easy recipe for dessert. And I bought some Comstock cherry filling, and then all you need is a box of yellow cake mix and 1 stick of butter that I'm going to melt. So I start off, I have this already pre-greased, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dump my fillings into my pan. I'm gonna need my spoon for this because it's thick. Oh, I can't wait. This is gonna be so good. Be sure to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now you're going to notice here in just a minute, if you watch my expression, that I quickly realize my glass baking dish is too large. I have a smaller one that I normally use, but it's still packed away and in storage. and I thought I'd be okay with this one, but I end up switching out the baking dish here in just a minute. But yeah, I'm still trying to make it work. Now make sure all your fruit is well mixed together, because you really do want to get a little bit of apple and cherry in every bite. Next, you'll dump all your cake mix on top. Now you do not want to stir this cake mix in with your fruit. You want it just to be a top layer. Drizzle your melted butter over the top of the cake mix, and again, don't stir. Now, a rule of thumb, be sure you cover all the cake mix with that butter. Otherwise, once it's all baked, that cake mix will still be kind of chalky and, well, cake mix basically. So just kind of make sure that it's all covered with that yummy, delicious butter. Go ahead and put it in the oven and bake for about 35 to 40 minutes or until golden and bubbly. Corey is giving our yummy and delicious chili one final stir. Last but not least, Corey quickly makes us some whipped honey butter to top our delicious cornbread. Thank you all so much for being here with us today. We had so much fun making our chili and cornbread and our cobbler. And please leave us a comment below. Share any special ingredients, secret ingredients that you guys use in your chili, or maybe you have a cornbread recipe you'd like to share with all of us.
Or if you tried our chili recipe and you omitted something, or you liked it or didn't like it, please let us know. We're ready to have us some more chili and watch some football.
So thank you again for being here. If you are new to our channel, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit that like button and that little bell. It'll let you know when we upload our next video. Again, thank you all so much for being here, and we'll see you again real soon.
Bye.
Bye.